By the time your home goes live on the MLS, by the time you get that call from your agent saying you're active, the most important window in your entire sale has already begun, and most sellers don't even know what's happening. Hi, my name is Justin Zinkowski. I'm a real estate agent with Royal LePage Prime Real Estate in Winnipeg, and I work across the city and out in the Interlake region. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what actually happens when you list your home. If things don't always go the way we planned, knowing that ahead of time is what makes the difference. Not long ago, we're talking 15, 20 years ago, a buyer had to call an agent, set up showings, and physically visit homes just to know what was available. Information moves slowly. If your home was overpriced, it took weeks for the word to get around. That world doesn't exist anymore. Today, buyers see your home the moment it hits the MLS. They're watching on their phones. They've already been looking at homes for months before your listing even existed. They've seen everything in your price range. They have an opinion about your home before they even set foot in it. And here's what that means for you as a seller. More marketing doesn't always fix a positioning problem. If your home isn't positioned right, more marketing sometimes just gets more buyers to the same conclusion faster. The first 7 to 21 days on market, and at higher points, sometimes even longer. Those days are different from every week that follows. And here's why. The buyers who look at your home in week 1 are not the same buyers who look at it in week 6. Week 1 buyers have been pre-approved, they know exactly what they want, they've been watching the market, and they were waiting for something like your home to come up. These are the most motivated, least hesitant buyers, the ones who move quickly. And after that window closes, the buyer pool shifts. Late buyers come with more questions, more conditions, more negotiating leverage. Because the longer the home sits on the market, the more the story changes around it. The listing that was a fresh opportunity in week 1 becomes a question mark by week 8. Same house, different story. Time doesn't necessarily create demand, positioning does. There is no version of just wait it out that works in your favor. Here's where things get interesting. When offers don't come in during that initial window, there's a very human thing that happens. You start explaining it. We've had lots of showings, just no offers yet. The feedback has all been positive. There was a good turnout at the open house. We just need the right buyer. These feel like reasonable explanations. Showings without offers means buyers are comparing your home to the competition and choosing elsewhere. Positive feedback doesn't mean interest. People are trying to be polite. Buyers aren't going to walk out of a showing and say it feels overpriced. They'll usually just move on quietly. And waiting for the right buyer to come along later is a tough spot to be in. Because the buyers who were the best match for your home were watching early. The market is always communicating. There are 2 ways to leave money on the table when you sell your home. The first way is the one everyone thinks about. Price too low and accept a less offer that your home is worth. That's real, that happens. But the second one is the one that costs sellers far more often. Is price too high, miss the early window, and end up negotiating from a weakened position weeks or months later. Here's what actually happens when your home is overpriced at launch. The most motivated buyers see it, do the math, and move on. Days on market start accumulating. Buyers who see it later wonder what's wrong with it. Price reductions follow, and every reduction signals to the market that the seller is under pressure. The strategy that was supposed to protect you from leaving money on the table becomes the exact thing that costs you most. Pricing isn't about what you hope your home is worth. It's about creating the conditions where buyers compete. Genuine competition from motivated buyers who found you in week 1 is the only thing that actually drives your sale price up. If you're thinking about selling, whether it's this year or down the road, the most useful thing you can do right now is go in the full picture before you list. I've put together a free guide that walks you through exactly what we've covered today more in depth. The 4 stages of listing, the 2 risks every seller faces, and what silence in the market is actually telling you. It's called What Every Seller Deserves to Know, and there's a link in the description below. If you found this useful, subscribe. I put out content on what it actually takes to navigate a home sale in Winnipeg or the Interlake. And if you're getting closer to making a move, reach out. I'm happy to talk through where you are and what your timing looks like. Thank you for watching.